Hey everyone, so this is my Maruti with an M series M18 in it. I had a bit of interest in it since posting a couple of videos and photos. Everyone wants to know how it's done and whatnot. So I'm going to go through a few things with you. Alright. So to do this conversion, the biggest thing is the gearbox. The gearbox is a Jimny gearbox, non-VVT. The rear part of the gearbox is Sierra with the Sierra shifter forks. Now in doing this, you have the standard Sierra shifter coming through the floor. It bolts up to the standard spot. This was originally a 1 litre. So as you can see under here, it has the 1 litre cross member in here still, but the box still bolts up to it. Being 1 litre, obviously I've put the 1.3 engine mounts in for this motor. So 1.3 was in this prior to the M18. Now what I've done, this is a Jimny engine mount for the block. I've used the VL Commodore 3 litre rubber mounts, and then this part here is Sierra. So Jimny rocker cover, Jimny sump, Jimny exhaust manifold. Power steering is a Jimny power steering pump with a Jimny power steering box. That all bolts in. Slight modification on this. Support bracket for the radiator. I'm using the Jimny fan with the clutch fan and everything in it. It all lines up perfectly with the Sierra radiator and fan shroud. I've upgraded to the Sierra 1.3 brake booster. It's running wide track diffs with all the Sierra brakes and stuff like that. Factory computer for the M18. Harness goes in through the firewall there. I'm running the immobilizer with the factory computer. The immobilizer runs up under the dash with the chip out of the key. I've removed the chip and just glued it into the immobilizer head so that it's constantly reading. The computer is triggered off a 80 amp relay with a 50 amp MIDI fuse that runs from my ignition. So it all starts as it should, straight off the key. The ignition switch for the Liana is just constantly turned on, so that it doesn't get power until I turn the key. This air intake part here, this is from a late model Maruti Gypsy with the fuel injection. I got it from India. This part here is Jimny. I'm running the Liana inlet manifold, Liana throttle body. Accelerator cable is from the same car as the inlet manifold, a late model Gypsy. Other than that, it's all just normal. Sorry about that, the stereo took over my phone and cut the video out. Yeah, so it's just standard, everything else is just standard, but Sierra. So we've got the 31s. I'm running the 6.5 transfer. Wide track gearing in the back. It runs on the highway pretty good, around about 3,600 RPM at 100 kilometers. Really good power, really good power. Pretty happy with it. And Main thing is it's going to be reliable. Set this thing up to go over the Simpson Desert next year. So put a lithium battery in it. 120 amp hour Remco battery. It's got, and there you can see the DC charger. Plenty of power up here. Got a port in the back here for a fridge, dedicated Ingle socket. For the fuel side of it, picked up a late model Gypsy fuel tank. I don't know if you can see. Off eBay, it's about $350 delivered with a fuel sender and a fuel pump in it. So straight off the bat, DFY tank. I just cut the connectors off and put my own in there. Where the factory Z200 fuel filter, the buy one. Changed all the fuel lines to the buy lines. So it's all high pressure stuff. Now I will say, these engines are not designed to run a heater tap that you can turn on and off. So at the moment, I'm running the heater tap in the open position, otherwise it will get hot. So they need, from the heated core here, they need to constantly flow through. So to rectify this problem, I'm just going to put a little T-piece barb in from here. This black goes here, this black goes here, and run a bypass through, and that will solve any issues of overheating. So yeah, well, that's the rundown of what I did. Oh yeah, she's on traditional plates. A modified vehicle, I can't run historic rego, so it's on the conditional rego. So if you like this sort of content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. For now, that's all. Any questions, just ask. Happy to share what I've done. Cheers for now.